I don't think anyone's going to be looting my hangar today. Welcome in High CN Surrogate. Or CN Surrogate. So good to see you in the channel so early. Thanks for being here. You're the only one. Welcome in. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get started. I think it's time, shall we? We should just go ahead and just do this. Just gonna double check some things about this. Scooch me over just a little bit. Scooch me over just a little bit. There we go. And obviously we want that bad boy, and we're gonna go ahead and scan 07. Shut de Gaulle. How about ninja looting in Pochman? I did not even know there was anything to loot in Pochman anyway. Much less ninja loot. I'm assuming you're using the same method you would do in a wormhole, and you're running a site and yoinking the first wave of that site and then hacking the rest of the cans or something? What you mean, brother? Talk to me. Talk to me, Charlie. What you talking about, Willis? We're not on the same page of paper. I just know that the Babas are down there, and I'm good, bruh. There's Babas and a couple of other dangerous folk. What's up, Summoners? Is loot the NPC Rex when they fight each other? Huh. So in the first sentence, you say that you're looting NPC Rex, and in the second one, you're saying you're looting PvP Rex. So which one is it? Is it PvE Rex, like the rats, or is it the bad guys, the players? Which one are you yoinking? I hate to ask, but I'm gonna have you pick one, sir. I do not believe in this universe. No, not NPC, player Rex. Oh. Sorry, earlier it said Poch is the loot where the NPC Rex when they... Okay, maybe I'm lost, I'm sorry. My bad. Hope you guys are doing good. We have ourselves a big bad combat site. What? Welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in to the stream. Switch of Games here. Doing the damn thing out in these big bad streets of Nullsec. We're doing the best we can to locate some of those beautiful and amazing and sexy escalaciones. We will go ahead. People tend to complain, why don't you have your filters on? We can see everything and wherever you're at. Okay, well, we'll turn them on. Because, you know, people like to talk about it. Like, you're going to get killed so fast. So we'll put them on. Put them on. It's all good in the hood. You guys chill out. Chill out. Let's go ESS. We'll pull the ESS up so it's not showing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. Yes, we are Eve partners. We partners with Eve. What up, partner? What up, partner? Eve Online partners. Yo, we got switch test. What's up, brother? Pashed potatoes. Pashed potatoes. You see what I did there? Welcome, everybody. Surrogate of the Hycean variety. Shoot de Gaulle. Kashug. Saribot's always in his house. Pashed potatoes. And myself. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Good to see you in the Chanel. Hope you're having a fantabulous week. Eek, if you forgot your W. I believe that we are needing to jump, please. Local has 3 people in it. Hello, hello, Melanda. Welcome in. Custard Elephant, g'day. G'day, mate. Hello. I just sat down for some escalation hunting yourself. Well, congratulations. Good to see a fellow hunter of the Escalaciones. Volkamen. Willkommen. We're doing some chill vibes. Super chill. Not doing much. Just kicking back and relaxing. Doing some relaxed activity this evening. Tomorrow, however, morning, we will have a fantastic but very large and unfortunately, our last CCP stream of the year. We hope that they will, bring it back in the winter months. I'm going to pray to CCP Convict to allow this shenanigans to go on. If he does not, I will be sad. Debisme, hello. 07 Debisme, good to see you. 07 and enjoy, he says. Debisme, I'm so sorry I didn't see you earlier. I was being goofy. I apologize. Good to see you in the channel, Debisme. Always. You the homie. I did not ignore you. I am sorry. I just real busy. I'm still doing my announcements on my own personal page. Yeah, so I didn't stream Saturday night or Sunday night. It was my birthday. I only have one of those in a year, and we want to make sure that we're doing the best we can to be the very best kind of streamer. And in order for me to bring myself to you in the best of ways, I can only come to you as thank you so much, Surrogate. I appreciate it. Work lurk. All right, Quam. Take off, brother. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow morning is Saturday morning. Live 7/26. This July of 2025, and we will be having a CCP stream, same bad time, same bad place, right here at Switch Games /CCP in this case, right? We'll be on CCP's channel. In this particular instance, I'm going to be also, just so you know, I'm also going to be incredibly excited to be I'm crossing my fingers they'll accept me, but I haven't been accepted yet, but I'm thinking I'm going to be getting one of those awesome front page streams again. I'm putting both my hands and all my stuff together to hopefully receive the yes to October 22nd August 22nd / October, August 23rd, Aug 22 and 23, let's put it shortly. So that we can also do the 4,000 people in the stream all at the same time. It's your birthday? Yes, Sunday was my birthday. We did celebrate that on Saturday, actually, for you guys out in Europa. We did celebrate that Saturday morning, and then the next day we had family time. We went to a couple of in-town auctions. Didn't win anything. We bid on a couple of things, but we did not win anything, unfortunately. Others' pockets were larger than myself. Mephisto, welcome in, and Punko, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you, Debisme, for that. Mr. Flash Gordon in the house. So good to see you, sir. I always see you lurking about in my Instagram and my X. So good to see you in both of those platforms. Guys, thank you so much. May you live 1,000 more. Thank you, Debisme. I appreciate it. For those of you who didn't know, Sunday was my birthday. One step closer to 40. Guys, thank you so much for all the love in the channel. Crash Naps gave me a shout out to 176 viewers. I think maybe he was wearing the hat I gave him. I don't know what was going on with that 11 hours ago. I'm gonna screenshot that and send him like, Crash, what are you doing? We hung out a lot at FanFest. He's let me tell you something about Crash, right? His streaming persona, what he puts on for you guys, right? On the stream is not the same Crash you meet in person. Do yourself a huge favor, okay? Do yourself a huge favor. Do not, don't assume you know Crash Naps, okay? Because I got to spend personal time with him and Laura Mirth, and let me tell you something. These guys are so much cooler and so much more humble than you could ever even imagine. Thank you guys for the happy birthday wishes, by the way. I leveled up 1 year. I leveled up, guys. My whole entire body and my mind, we all leveled up together. It was a lot of fun. I'm very happy that we got an opportunity to all get together at FanFest. We're doing it again next year, May 26th, I believe it is, or is it 23rd or something? I already have all my tickets and everything squared away. I'm definitely going to Iceland again next year. It was a lot of fun the first time. I'm going to do it again. It was a ton of fun. Anyways, what I'm trying to say about Crash is that it's an absolute treat to know him because he's actually very, like, I know that he kind of he drinks a whole bunch and he kind of gets off the rails. Sometimes when he doesn't drink, he focuses on like brawls deep in the game and everything, and he kicks ass and takes names. And he's got different modes, you know, like on Friday mode, party mode, you know, and he's got the different modes. But in person, he's very humble, a little bit actually kind of shy. I'll be honest. He's like kind of, you know, and he's just like, and he smiles all the time and he's joking constantly, and he's always trying to think of awesome ways to make you smile. So definitely give Crash Naps a shout out and a shot. I'm gonna give, because he gave me a shout out 11 hours ago, I'm gonna give him a shout out because we're both gonna, and I'm gonna be like, what did you do that for? And he's gonna be like, well, I was wearing the hat you gave me when we were at the, what is it, the Rusty Cock or something? What's it called? I forgot. I'll have to go look. I'm gonna go send Crash Naps a message right now, though, while I'm thinking about it, because I'll forget immediately. Hold on. Crash Nappy Poo. I also got to hang out with a gentleman that I know now more personally. His name's Laura Mirth. Very good guy. I also got to meet and hang out with Mr. Chaos 1298. Amazing fellow. I got to hang out with a lot of fans and homies. Mr. The Boojum. We got to see Pando was there. My buddy Ray Dell was there, and his and then Morty Snurd and his wife were there. I'm not awake very much early, like super early, 5-6 o'clock in the morning anymore. I've been trying to go straight to bed, so I haven't been seeing a lot of my buddies stream, and I'm trying to change my sleep schedule right now. Let me tell you, it's getting harder as I'm getting older to change. It's really very difficult actually to change your sleep schedule. Used to, I would just not sleep for a night and then go to sleep when I wanted to the following day, and then that would correct it. Especially when like women in the military, that's how they fix you, is they keep you awake for 24 hours. And then they put you to bed when they want to, so that you can kind of get a rigmarole going on. But right when I got back, I still had jet lag for like a week and a half, and I was going to bed at like 7 or 8 at night, and I was not streaming. I was gone for like a week from streaming. I don't know if you guys remember. But it was because it was just insane. I was getting sleepy around 7 or 8 p.m. or so. It was crazy. At Joe Lost streams around this time. Cool guy. Yes, I know Joe Lost. As a matter of fact, I knew Joe Lost the minute he started streaming, because he came over and told me that he watched me for inspiration. Surrogate. And now he's an e-partner and Twitch partner. I'm very proud of him and all of the places that he's gone and come. You know, he actually rose up into the higher echelon of like Eve partner, Twitch partner faster than I did, which was pretty amazing. He's a cool guy. He's very charismatic. He's a banker, or he's an ex-banker. He's got a new partner, which I'm very proud that he has something distracting him, because that's obviously good for his mental health. He is a very wholesome gentleman, very nice guy. Him and I are talking about different ways to sort of meld the different content together and make it more about, you know, the game. So as far as meeting him, let me tell you, he gave me a big hug, and God, I mean, what a nice gentleman. What an absolutely, just a, all the way through and through. Amy Omia was at FanFest, by the way, too. Nobody's as cool as Switch It. Thank you to Bisme. I appreciate it very much. Very kind words from a very kind person. Thank you so much to Bisme. I did not just like overlook you. I honestly was just reading right straight through. Yeah, Mr. Surrogate, he's a very good guy. I think he's like a weekly kind of guy. He operates during the week. Honestly, he's an inspiration to me. That sounds strange because he was watching me or whatever, but anyone who can rise up and be that charismatic and just be such an awesome deserves all the praise and love in the world. And I do watch after and see what he's up to, and try to lift him up any way I can. I think the biggest thing about streaming and having, you know, people at first, you know, obviously, I don't know if you guys ever heard of it or whatever, but at first I felt kind of strange, like there was someone that was in my time frame, and now I'm just having to sort of compete with them. But really, like Joe explained, we're just sort of neighbors, right? And we're just kind of operating on the same bandwidth. And I needed to do some soul searching whenever I discovered his schedule, which was right around the time that he wakes up, which is fine, and then right around my schedule. if I don't uplift my friends and make sure that they're successful, then what am I doing? You know? And so, you know, I just really want to mind my own and make sure we're all successful together. And if I can help him, I will. Not that he needs my help. I think he's, you know, he's an elder to me in years, and he's an elder to me in a lot of ways. I think that if I would have waited 2 months to start this whole thing, he'd still have gotten ahead faster. And I want nothing but success for my friends, all the streamers. And I kind of wish there was more of us. I wish there was more streamers out there that would jump into this game, because the more of us there are, the more exposure the world gets to EVE Online. And the more the world gets exposed to EVE Online, the more customer CCP will have, the more friends we will have, which is great. And the more exposure we'll have to like X and TikTok and Instagram and that kind of thing, which is what people kind of feed on right now. If you're not popular in those areas, you will fail nearly, 9 times out of 10. So you gotta be popular. Exactly. The more you share. So yeah, that's it. So I mean, the more of us there are, the more people watching, no matter who they are, where they came from. If for some reason there's only 1 or 2 of us, I don't think we'll have a very big presence out there in the world. So it's really, really great to have people like Joe around us, and we love them, and we're glad that they're here. So, I mean, good dude, great dude, awesome guy. Love him so much. Okay, just double checking a few things. Very good. Cool. Yeah, so we had some really cool conversations during our everybody who was there at the CCP stream last time. Thank you guys so much for participating, being there with us, because we had some really cool. I like to continue this conversation about the 80s and the 90s. I think this generation, my generation, if you're in your mid to late 30s, this is like the years of nostalgia, right? So everything, let me tell you, the 90s were so good to cinema, it's insane. There was like some spots in time when cinema was fantastic to us as human beings. And so, I mean, I would say the 60s were pretty good to us. The 50s were pretty bonkers. The 70s were all right. The 80s were, it started cooking. And then the 90s, there's a lot of really good 80s stuff going on, obviously. 70s were okay. We got Godfather in the 70s, which was great. But anyways, we live in kind of an era of like the 30s, the 30 to 40 range of people. We live in that nostalgia range of people, and it's just missing everything. Like, we had 3 big deaths here in the last week, and it's just all of our icons from back then. And yeah. So I mean, exactly. So, but there's been a lot of fantastic eras, and I guess what I mean is cinema. So obviously, I didn't get the dream I was looking for. Obviously, I wanted to become, some sort of actor, a voice actor for video games would have been really cool. Actually, I would love to have done something like that, especially at first until I can get my gills wet with acting. But obviously, it never came true. I left the military and immediately got fat, and then started playing video games, and here we are. That's not the whole story. There's a lot more to it, but we did have a good time just getting to know one another in the CCP stream the other night, and we got a chance to talk about all the different movies and TV shows that we miss. You would look great in a movie. Well, thank you to visit me. I appreciate it. That's very kind of you. I'm working on that, to be honest. At least you waited until you left the military. They wouldn't have let me. Trust me, they would have kicked me out with a boot. I mean, they pretty much said some things that made me want to leave anyway, which is why I left, actually. During a time of war, they increased the age of acceptance from 34 to 42, and then they offer $26,000 to $50,000 sign-in bonuses, and then they want you, towards the end of the war, before we pulled out, they want to offer you $0.00 to renew your contract with them. And like, well, nah, I'm good. Thanks. You can have a good day. But anyways, we're going to do another one of those big crazy streams tomorrow night. It's very exciting to be in front of that many people. I really very much enjoy it. My good buddy Shad, the guy that I really look up to Shad. He's very creative. He's putting up a bunch of subathon things that are coming forward. He's always he's trying to figure out how to move and shake his stream. He started doing the thing that Marquee Dragon is doing, and Marquee told me to start doing this, and so did Laura Mirth, and so did everybody, Chaos and everybody, is to just, you know, film the entire stream and start sticking the stream online in those big, you know, 2-hour, 3-hour chunks. And I'm thinking I want to do that, but I don't really know if I actually want to do that, to be honest with you. Chad is such a good guy, and so him and I chat all the time. And he's like, you know, what do you need? What do you need? What do you want? And then I tell him, and then he tells me, hey, is this cool? Is this cool? Can you check this out? Is this good? What do you think about this? And we just bounce ideas off each other. And he's so, like, he's honest and straightforward. You know, he's so easy to get along with. Give me something to watch at work. You know, I've been thinking about it, Flash Gordon. If somebody misses a stream and they don't catch the VOD, put it on the internet and let the exposure speak for itself. However, I do want to do edited, like very pointed, very edited YouTube videos as well. There's a buzzard. I wonder if buzzards can bite. I bet they can. I bet buzzards can bite. I want to see where he is, to be honest. Sister Score Probes, he's in here. Post raw and edited when you have it done. Yeah, you know, I could do that. I could do it that way. Like, I could post the whole thing and then do highlights. I would definitely need some help for sure. With that, like, I've got a buddy I got 2 buddies in Shad's crew who are okay. They've said, hey, pass us some data and we'll do the best we can to help you edit it. And I just haven't had the time, to be honest. Work is crazy right now. Everybody's flipping from Windows 10 to Windows 11. And so it's kind of crazy. I'll be honest. Work is bonkers right now. Absolutely crazy. So, I mean, you know, it's 50,000 bonus for staying in for 3 more years, and there isn't any signs of another one in the future. Wow. I'm glad you got that, Punka. That's insane. That's a big deal. So, I mean, yeah, that was huge. I can't tell you how much I hate W11 right now. You know, I don't specifically hate it. I just there's certain things that the government in the state of Alaska require, and that's kind of the pain in the side at the moment, is that we're just sort of kind of just pushing through some pain in the necks. You know what I'm saying? We're just pushing through some stuff, and that's unfortunate. But we'll get there. Jeez, I really punched through all of my health on this one, so now I'm gonna have to be really careful. Oof. Here come bad guys. Let's do a scan. Yeah, so that's one of the things we're dealing with. We do have, and here's the thing: at work, we're not allowed to use. Good Lord, what is the deal? Do I not? Oh, you got to be kidding me! I know this situation. Let me go check. I bet you I know what's going on. Yeah, and you think you can blast through them, but you got to be careful. Sheesh. Yeah. So I'm gonna actually have to use my brain instead of speed smashing these things. Let me think. All right. I thought I was going to be really cool tonight and get ahead of the game by getting out in space a little sooner. But if you forget your implants, you're screwed. So we're going to talk a little bit while we're traveling, shall we? Hiromo OG, welcome in. Yeah. for it, and they have till the end of the year to offer me one, or I'm out. Yeah. So I have a couple of I have a little side business where I do IT consulting, and I have a customer that is wanting me to flip all the Windows 10 to Windows 11 machines, and so what I'm trying to do now is come up with a streamlined way to do it, and a profile migration. You know, do a profile migration and then do the flip. And I don't know. We'll see. I've got to come up with a streamlined solution to get them all done all at once, and just like not charge arm and a leg, because they wouldn't be able to help. They wouldn't be able to do it, and then I might lose a client. So I've got to be careful. Anyways, the point is it's busy at work, and I would love to just slap some YouTube videos together and get it all done, but it's just very difficult to justify like the rest of my personal time to YouTube. And I should really truly, if I'm gonna be an Eve streamer, if I'm gonna like push the buttons and make it all happen and then not give you guys offline data, I think Flash Gordon is right. I think I should just do exactly what Marky and Chad are doing and just push button on that. Just filled a 44M can twice. Dang, I'm sorry. Yeah, you know what's crazy is I could do this without the I could do this without the implants, and I should be able to. I started out being able to. Now I'm just so scared out in this space that I'm just slapping through them with I'm using the implant to honestly just mindlessly push the button through it. And I should not be doing that, especially as an example for Newbros. I should teach them how to do it with no implants and so on and so forth. But I think right now the more important thing, the way that I'm trying to guide this particular stream and the subsequent streams have been, we're trying to just proof of concept. We're trying to find those wedge BPCs through the escalation and make sure it can happen, see how rare they are, and so on and so forth. Good luck, man. Good luck. Good luck, Custard. Take your time. Remember, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. You'll be all right. If you breathe through it, you'll be okay. All good. All good. So honestly, guys, if you have patience with yourself and patience with the can, as long as you don't have those big baddies warping on you, if you're in a ghost site and you've got those NPCs warping on you, you need to panic and run. If you have somebody decloak next to you, you're probably caught and you're probably toast. If you have a warp in on you, you might have a couple second window to get out, and I would recommend pushing button on that stabilizer, aligning out and push a button on that stabilizer and booping out if you can. If they don't have +3 or higher, hey, congratulations. Nice. Good. Cool. Very nice. I like very much. GG's indeed. Guys, welcome in. I love this like small town kind of feel. It's just you guys and me. Got the fam in the house. We're hanging out. It's very nice. It's very nice indeed. I like it. I like it a lot. Having the 1,200 people, I think we end up having, for the longest time, we had about 2,300, and our max viewership on the CCP stream was 27. And then I think the first night we did this, we had 2,900. Yeah, see, right, mashed potatoes, I love this. So you know I'm capable of doing the other type of stream, but I mean, I'm totally capable of doing this as well. And I kind of like this feel. It's chill, not a lot of pressure. We can chat and talk and get to know each other. I'd like to be friends with all of you guys. If there's anybody out there that considers me an enemy, I'd love to get to know you and figure out why we are enemies and squash it, work on it. What do you need me to do? Let's talk about it. I don't have anybody in this game or outside this game or on Discord or in the Twitch community or in the Zeeb community. I don't consider anybody bad guys. I think we just haven't talked yet. We can get to know each other. Shit, I need more friends. I need people to be closer to me, and I need to surround myself with good people that are willing to be good on their own, so I can see that and we can sort of reflect each other off that, and in the end work well. That's why I work well with Shad. He's got such a good attitude and a nice outlook on life, and just a good guy, and it's good to have good company, I guess is the point. A couple of years ago, I would say 3 years ago now, I had some pretty severe life issues go on, and I'm glad to have this community. I wouldn't be the same person I am today if I didn't have this community, so all I can do is say thank you guys for showing up. What'd you get for your birthday? What'd you get for your birthday? I think it's sitting right there, actually. So I know that there's been problems with the LGA 1700s, and I know I shouldn't build an i9 14900K machine because I know there's those 256s out, but they're garbage. So I got this Nautilus water cooler. It's only two 120s, right? So a 240. Yeah, it's only a 240. But that, you know, just because it's 240 doesn't mean it can't cool a 14900K down. I kind of want the 14900. What is it? The one that's higher than that's the F, I believe, like 6.3 gigahertz. Let them tickle. What are we talking about? Hold on. And I also got a big, nice, beautiful grill for Father's Day. That was very awesome. And so I still haven't put it together yet, but I will finally. I think where we came from was I wonder if Rybaka's still open. Hold on. Yeah, let's see. Let's go see if that's open. If that's open, we'll go to it. Oh, yeah, running a box was yeah, it's because I'm on the other side of the screen. Don't worry about it. Sorry about that. It's the Nautilus 240. It's the Corsair Nautilus 240. It was just something we found locally, and we don't have very much available in the middle of Alaska, to be honest with you. So that's all we kind of got. And then it was just a very nice gift from my fam for helping. I'm slowly building this machine. I'm gonna buy RAM next check, and then I'm still saving up for that 5090. I set up a goal in my coffee for the 2,800 bucks I'm gonna need for that, and I think I'm like already into it $500. So I'm saving that money, and so out of the 2,800 we have 500. Sheesh. There we go. Trace back your system. Yeah, I did custard. That's how I found it. I did. I'm hoping the wormhole will still be here when I get back. Also, it says someone who may or may not also be scanning drones ATM. I highly encourage you chatting. Yeah, because you want to get them all. Sure. I'm just trying to chill and just show proof of concept. You got it, brother. If you want it, take it. You're good. Except for Autothisian Lancers, those dudes are no one's friends. I don't even know who that is. They just want to tickle your ship a little. Let them tickle. Nice. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, Sarah. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Excuse me. So, a little while ago, to save on heart problems, because I have cardio afibrillation. I stopped the energy drinks completely. Cold turkey on the energy drinks. And I'm also taking like garlic supplements and things for blood pressure, which is great. It's actually been really cool. Like I've actually been just a cooler individual from all the lack of caffeine anhydrous. Thermogenics, if you will. They're not in me anymore. So that's good. And the garlic really helps, actually. It sounds silly, but like I eat a lot of garlic in my food, and I eat like dried garlic chips and stuff, and then I take the garlic supplement, and it's really actually very helpful. It's also made me a calmer person as well. I don't get so, riled up and mad about certain things. So I had a big battle yesterday, and I had some shakes, but it was a good feel. It makes you feel alive a little bit here and there. You got to be careful about it, but it's just runs in my family, the afibrillation thing. I'm just messing with you. I can enjoy Chelsea. All good, man. Yeah, it's tedious to stream, and I totally forgot my entire pod like a bad streamer, but we're gonna go back and get it real quick. Guys, we're not gonna have a very long stream, just so you know. We're just gonna kind of keep it chill, and then I've been also I'll be saying this too. I should say this too. I have been sleeping a lot more than normal, and my mood has increased. Now the last piece, besides sleeping more and taking the garlic and eating good food and getting a lot of rest, is getting my tail back in the gym. I just have so little time in the day. I'm cutting everything super close, cutting meetings close. Doing it all super close, and I just don't want to know. I don't want a repeat of the last 10 years where I've had a couple of big scary fibrillations. Yeah, I have some arrhythmia thing. Yeah, that's what I have too. Yeah, arrhythmia, afibrillation. Or no, I guess I don't have arrhythmia. I don't have like a messed up rhythm. What happens is the upper part and the lower part beat at separate times. So not the whole heart doesn't beat at an irregular rate. So I guess I don't have arrhythmia, but the bottom and the lower, the top and the bottom both beat at different times, indicatory of a fibrillation. Gets scary when the heart makes pauses long enough for you to realize, start wondering. Yeah. So I have sleep apnea, and yeah, we've gotten some times where we stop breathing. And so when I say we, I mean my father and I. When I'm referring to the we part. It's my father and I. That's missed. That's Mr. Switch Hit. I'm gonna get a different. I should really get a different, a stretchy green screen. It's working fine now. It's fine. But guys, I started with like a $5. I found like a $5 Logitech webcam. Actually, I'll be honest. I started streaming on a laptop, and it's still sitting over there. I'll never forget it. It's an old like something tech. It's like from, I don't know, Norway or something crazy. I don't know where it's from, Belgium or something. And it had a little, you know, and people were like looking at my nose in my first like 3 weeks of streaming. I went and got a little camera and plugged that in, and that was helpful. Looked a little better. Then whenever I was at TwitchCon in the Netherlands, I won the, you know, the Elgato face cam, and it got a little better. And then we got some money saved up from the stream, and we got the nice Sony mirrorless camera. So we're finally looking way better. Old Bessie, yeah, 100% old Bessie. 100,000,000% old Bessie. So we've come a long way. It's been almost 2 years. We are going to have a celebration station when the 2 year thing hits. We'll give a bunch of stuff out. I'll buy a bunch of stuff and give it out. I've got a pretty big little collection of skins and things to give away. I don't have any of the old scope syndication skins. We have to give everything we're given. We have to give it all away, and we can't sell it or use it or activate them. So like, I don't have any of the medium miasma stuff. I don't have any of the scope syndication stuff, but I do have a pretty big loot box of like just skins only. And so we'll come up with some stuff on our anniversary stream and do it that way. But humble beginnings, and we got to keep cranking and moving and shaking. And I think YouTube is the new way. We are right now simulcasting to YouTube, but it's got 2 viewers. Oh, now 1 viewer. Okay. Great. Switch. Hey, how's it going, Math? For sure. Your CPAP machine. Custard Elephant. My father, yes, has a CPAP machine. Correct. I had a heart racing moment yesterday. I took 11 bill-esque worth of loot through ABBA in a transport ship. That can be, yep, that can be heart pounding. Can be heart pounding. For sure. Pretty crazy. Good morning, sir. How are you doing? And why are we here? Why are we not at the other one? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Anyways, I am always looking for new content, ways we can show you guys how to explore differently. I think next week we're going to start back up on John Henry. I don't know if you guys remember not John Henry. Let me see what his name is. Hold on. Well, hell, I can just look at my Henry Castle, not John Henry. Henry Castle. So during one of my most, out of my 2, you know, YouTube videos that I've created, that are worth anything to watch, I got about 5,500 views on the one that explains how to do basic exploring. There's one at basic exploring, one advanced exploring. And there was a guy that commented, his name is Henry Castle, and he said, well, as a new bro, I don't really have access to these kind of sites or this kind of money. And I was like, we're not going to go with that. So I created a series strictly based around, and I think now I'm back at the other one. Yeah, I see what happened there. Okay. Strictly based around Henry Castle, and the prompt was, I can't do this. I can't get into normal stuff. So I'm going to show you guys how to take Henry Castle. He's a toon that's been training for a little while. He is on an Omega account. So we'll have to figure, excuse me. We'll have to figure out how to kind of demonstrate at the same time. It's really actually very tough being off the energy drinks, guys. We'll have to demonstrate how to do it from the bottom up. So we're going to go out into, we're going to start with 0 money. Yes, I'm streaming on YouTube right now, sir. That's correct. Hi, I miss Leonard Cohen. Do you really? Why are any of us here? We're going to go all the way from the bottom. We're going to start with 0 money, 0 ships. We're going to go out and we're going to, I think I'm just going to leave myself a heron. I think you're given a heron if you do one of the missions. The Epic Arc, Sister's Epic Arc gives you a heron at least or something. Or even the basic exploration missions give you a heron. So we're going to grab a heron. We're going to go out in space. We're going to do, we're going to, actually it's crazy. We're going to start in low sec. We're going to start doing some low sec stuff. You can't cloak. That's going to be challenging, but you know, setting up bookmarks and paying attention to local and you know, walking around space a lot, making sure you don't sit still. That's usually a good way. It's not a guaranteed way. You're always going to die no matter what. Just know that. Just know that you could always get blown up. All your stuff could be taken, and you could be killed at any moment. Yeah. Career urgency. Yeah, that's exactly right. Mashed potatoes. That's what I usually teach. That's what I taught in my YouTube videos as well. I usually tell people, go run the missions, and then go run the epic arc right away. And I gotta change the name of this. I'm gonna call this ship mustard plus jelly because that sounds gross. All right. Now I'm gonna double check my, yeah, we're good. Okay. And then hopefully that tear hole will be open again. Career agents hook you up with absolutely, yes. So we're gonna go out into low sec. We'll make a little money. We're gonna be in low sec looking for C1 through C2. Excuse me, C1 through C3s. They're the only ones that are gonna have those faction datas and relics. The relics absolutely crank out ISK. Every once in a while, you may or may not find a good. You may or may not find a good anything in. C1, C2s, or C3s, but if you look for the faction names, and I'm sorry, I had a little brain. I was like, where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. I'm going to this one. Hold on. Brain freeze. There you go. You may not find anything in there, but the relic sites absolutely crank. Sorry, I was trying to think, where am I going? Okay. Great Sensei also has ghost sites. Yes, C1s do not. Learn that from you. No ghost sites, right? C1s do not have ghost sites. Stick to C2s and 3s. You will have an opportunity to get a ghost site. However, just be aware, if you're in your Heron and you don't have a scanner, that ghost site is going to be a crapshoot, and you could roll up to it and find it and get in it and get out of it with loot in your hand, but it may not be the right loot. So, scanners are cheap. Put one on your ship if you can afford to. Always, always, always. Eve Journale. What is this? Selling the news? Wow, this is all the things you... Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Isotropic disposition guides. Beautiful.com. Metamolecular combiners. Wow, good. BPCs. Good. Okay, wow. 756,953,000. Love it. My first ghost loot from Sleepers. Beautiful. You guys stay out there and keep on cranking. Do the best you can to get as much loot and as much money as possible and get out and go home with it. Yep, make it home. I am doing the best I can to make it back to the LS before it crashes. If it does, oh well. If not, we're going to head back into Null and go grab the things. Okay. All right. Okay. I bought an Astero on Wednesday for a burger tomorrow. Kitted it out, 130 mil, went to a level 3, clicked approach instead of keep at, started the hack, flew past the data site, went out of range, and immediately popped the ship. Damn. Okay. You're at a level 3 data site. In what system? In wormhole space? Clicked approach instead of keep at, started the hack, went out of range, and immediately popped the ship? Had it all for an hour and a half. I think it was a level 3. Hold on a second. Why did your ship die though? Oh, if you're in a ghost site, yeah, it blew up and you die. You die. That's what makes it that, because nothing else blows up and kills you. I went out of range of the node, but you were in a ghost site, is what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Well, if you're in a ghost site, that makes 100% sense. I was like, a level 3 anything won't kill you. Instigate, yeah. Nice. Well, live and learn. Yeah, I would say, honestly, approach and stop and hack and don't worry about any of that clickage. I would just say stop, dead stop, full dead stop. I might click keep at 500 or 1,000, but it's kind of a risk either way. I definitely learned it. Yeah, I bet you did. Okay, so you start with a Heron, then you're gonna move to a Metamorphosis. From a Metamorphosis, you'll move to an Astero. The Metamorphosis, even for a Newbro, is still really very good. Like, it's a really, really good ship. Yeah. It's got a built-in warp core stab for +2. You got your, not that you need it, but you have your mobile depot hull hangar inside the ship. And interestingly enough, anybody can fly it. It's got really, really good early specs and early bonuses for Newbros. So turn your Heron into a Metamorphosis. Turn your Metamorphosis into an Astero if you want to do more active sites. We can discuss that later, but you can also watch the YouTube video, exclamation YouTube. And I discuss all that. Oh, shoot, I can't type. I'm sorry. You can go in there and watch all that stuff. So honestly, and this is just me, I say move to an Astero. I would prefer to stay in the meta and try to get as many ghost sites as you can and pay that thing off times 10 before you even consider moving to an Astero, because that meta is super quick. It's a 2-second align, sub 2-second align. This is a sub 2-second align, right? Let me check. No, this is sub 3-second align on this one. And then from the meta or the Astero, you can move into a Tech 2 exploration ship, which is going to give you 50% instead of 30%. Let me see what the percentages are. Hold on just a second. Metamorphosis. And so... a quick show info. Okay. Attributes. Let's go to overview. Okay, so you're looking at 50% to drone hit points on drones. So 37.5% core scanner probe strength, 37.5% core scanner probe scan deviation. You also have a virus strength bonus of, +10 and a +2 bonus to warp core strength. This is huge. You can also use a covert cloaking device. Absolutely, like, bonkers worth it. These are insane, right? Especially for Newbros, who it doesn't require any level to run. Okay. Let's do this. I hope it's still there. Let's pray it's still there. Now from there, once you, so what I was saying is 37.5% bonuses for Newbros. Now, once you move into having all 5s in your scanning, you know, queue done in your skill queue, what you're going to want to do from there is, I forgot which one this was. Let me see. I think that's it right there. It's like one skill or something, and that is like one skill or something, and that takes all of 50 minutes. Yeah. So the metamorphosis is a beginner's Newbros thing, and it can be learned as an alpha tune. Once you get to Tech 2, you get all those all the I would recommend the magic, whatever was it, 15, 19, 16 something. You don't have to do the magic. What is it? What's the number again, guys? Magic 16. But I would recommend doing Magic 14. Thank you. I would recommend doing navigation and scanning 100%, like without a shadow of a doubt. Thank you. Do at least do a navigation. You want to be super agile. You want to do your propulsion skills. You want to do your evasion skills, and then you want to do all your scanning skills, and then get into a Tech 2 ship. Once you're in that, sky's the limit. Thank you for that link. Appreciate that. From there, guys, it's pretty simple. Let's just plan a quick route. I know I've got everything blurred and I'm showing everything, but like we're just gonna cruise through space, and I'm gonna shut the stream down pretty soon anyway. So, all right. So, I didn't really want to go that far north. Let's see. Fitting skills, PG, CB. Yeah. Yes. Keep in mind it is a frigate, so I don't know that I would be quite that concerned with it, to be honest. Yeah, I would train maybe some beginner level PG CBU skills for sure. Them in the list and get them to 3 or so fast. Yeah, don't know how hard those ships are on fittings. They're not. That's a good idea, Haron, but it's just not a huge, not a gigantic concern, to be honest. So 11 in local. This must be a little bit of a hot spot. Shouldn't be jumping. Also, rule of thumb: never jump directly to the gate like I'm doing. That's bad. Stop it. Me. So yeah, we're just gonna go for a little bit longer here, guys, about another hour or so. We'll get some good scanning, and hopefully we'll get one escalation. Go check it out. The percentage rate has to be ridiculously low on these escalations, and then even lower for you know what? I'm gonna scan this combat site because I know a secret. Not really a secret anymore, though. Yeah, from Tech 2, sky's the limit, guys. Keep that in mind. I still think that the Pacifier is the best scanning-only ship in the game. With proper implants, Pacifier is king at scanning, fast scanning. Mr. Gunja Kush, welcome in. Oh, it's a hierarchy. Okay, we can go about our business. How do you feel about Asteros in general? Not just for new players. The bonuses are worse than T2, but you can bully Covops off sites. Yeah. Yes, the Pacifier is the best highly tuned scanning ship with those Hitori. With certain implants and the Higoshiro Satoris, or whatever they're called, the special edition combat probes, you can get some pretty nasty, super fast results out of those. You can scan wormholes down really, really fast. And just as long as you know what you're doing, right? That's another big thing about knowing how often to scan, how many times to skip, so on and so forth, and walking it through. My honest opinion on the Astero. The Astero is a great ship. Yes, less bonuses. Which pros, which implants? Same ones I'm wearing, basically. Yeah, so you're going to go Virtue for scan probe strength. There's your list. There's your implant list right there. Excuse me. Goodness. And then probes are, what are their names? Hitori. What are they called again, guys? Looks expensive. G-Man, welcome in 07, brother. That's brother from another mother right there. What's up, G-Man? How was work, sir? How was sleeping? Are you good? Let me just look up one of the probes and check variations. It's gonna show me the ship. Watch. Used with Sister's Core variation. They don't show them. Interesting. Oh, because they're not combats. Expanded. Used with Sister's Combat. There they are. Satori Hirigo. Satori Horigu combats. These. And you're going to need to fit all the mid slots out with fancy stuff. Fit all the mid slots out with like pinpointing tools, Tech 2 pinpointing tools. Yeah, all good. Yeah, thank you, man. Cool. No, thank you, man. Seriously. Any luck with those? Not today. We've only been here for an hour and I forgot my dang implants at home. So it's like, shoot. I should get back to mine. Ciao. Okay, see you, buddy. Have a good one. Yeah, it is kind of expensive surrogate. That's like it's like a 2 or 3 bill pacifier, to be honest with you. It's crazy. Starting ads in about 50 seconds, guys. If you haven't already, sub to the channel. Appreciate it very much. We haven't reached our goal today. Let me check our goal, actually. Let's check the goal. Let's start a new goal. Let's start a new goal of 10 for this stream. Cool. Alright. There's nothing here. Let's keep moving. Yeah, man. Read you had an awesome birthday party. Thank you. Yeah, so it wasn't like crazy. You know, as you guys know, I don't drink, and like there wasn't anything but not bonkers going on. We just went all day long, man. We like drove around. We did like there was we have like something called the winter or the summer solstice, where it's the longest day of the year. And here in Alaska, the sun just rotates around the sky. There's no nighttime. It just stays up there and stays burning all day long, all night, day and night. And so we went to like the solstice festival, and we went to a gun auction and a car auction, and we just did like a bunch of cool fam stuff. And I was just really exhausted, tired. Like it was just crazy. Like I love it when people are like, "Oh, it's so hot in our state." Ugh. It's like try being closer to the sun and having it rotate around. Like it's not 114, right? It's only like 85, but our index is like through the flipping roof, man. Yep, we're above middle of Alaska, so it's called little town called Fairbanks. Like ever in any capacity. Like don't come here and think you're gonna cause any kind of problems. Someone will pop out their front door, I promise you. Mr. J Bell Song, welcome in. Like I came from Texas, right? And I thought, man, there's a lot of gun-toting dudes in Texas. There's so many more here. It's insane. You know, the last person in the world you'd ever think had a gun, and her purse spills on the floor, and there's a freaking 380 sitting in it. You're like, jeez. You will go call me the exterminator? Yeah, you can come. You can try it. You can do everything you want to do. I mean, I don't know. I came up here in the military, right? Yeah, I was surprised when I got here. It's like, dang, people you'll never suspect, like Pastor Bob, right? You didn't think, and then turns out homie's packing. It's like, he's like, well, I got to protect the church, you know. It's pretty wild, the stuff you see up here, man. Like, and you never know who it is either. Like, there's no obviousness. You go into the big cities and you can see people that may or may not have a gun. That those particular people, though, are more likely to have weapons. There's people that, you know, blue collar, and it doesn't matter who it is, you know, anywhere, especially if you live kind of outside of town, like out in the trees. I mean, the parents and the kids and the teenagers, everybody's got access to a weapon. So that's crazy. So, I mean, you got to be careful. Anyway, yeah, the middle of the city. So the middle of Alaska, it's called the Golden Heart City. We're pretty far north. and we know that it's super hot here in the summertime. Like 86 feels like 114. Like 86 feels like 110. I've been in 114 in Las Vegas, Nevada, but I know in California, in the what is it, the Death Valley, it gets like 120, 125. And I'm talking in terms of F, by the way, for those who are in the European area. We are alone. Let's go do this real quick. Are you allowed to shoot if someone enters your home? Yes, we have a stand your ground law. That's correct. Oh yeah, nice. I assume everyone can be and probably is. Oh, 100%. I mean, you get out of town, you have wildlife. Yes, we have bears, and we have these really super nasty things that are even worse than bears called wolverines, and you don't want to play with them ever. You don't even want to be near them. And where there's one, there's 6, and you don't ever see the other 6. They're like raptors, but worse. They're modern raptors. Moose don't get between a mom and a baby, but otherwise moose are pretty chill. Yeah. I've seen video, like actual photographed evidence. Like wolverines kill bears for food. They'll kill moose. They'll drag moose down. They'll drag caribou down. We have it's basically a domesticated caribou called reindeer. You guys probably are pretty familiar with that if you know what Christmas is. And they primarily live in the domestic areas, like up at the university and farms and things like that. And they'll come and take they're just, yeah, I wouldn't ever want to be near one of those. As a matter of fact, I think we talked about this during the CCP stream. There's a buddy of mine who was out smoking a cigarette, and because the rabbit population is falling because of that weird stone disease they're getting in their face, the lynx are really hungry. There was a guy, one of my neighbors a long time ago, he was out just having a smoke, and a lynx came and degloved his face. It's pretty nasty. You did, thank you. Well, X-Men are everywhere. Yeah. Versus Santa, the crossover you didn't know existed. The orca is one of the main predators of the moose. What about, yes, yeah, yep. You got it. You got it. Flash Gordon got it on that one. Nailed it. What else is dangerous around here? I mean, you know, people think that after I've had a couple of buddies come home from a night at the bar thinking they're all warm and cozy and because they've been drinking and stuff, and then they wake up. Well, they don't wake up. They don't wake up dead. They just don't wake up at all. That was silly of me. But I've had a couple of friends pass away, getting lost in the snow, or passing out on their front porch thinking it's warm enough because they feel warm, and then they, you know, we end up going to their funeral. You got to be careful with the cold is trying to kill you 9 months of the year, so that's always a thing. Gotta be really kind of careful out here, man. There's a lot of things you need to know. Yeah, the cold, the waste forest, same over here. Exactly. Oh damn, cold just gets you like that. I mean, it's crazy. Going for runs, you got to be careful. They have special biking equipment here where you can go biking, a big snow tires and things. Yeah, hate the cold, absolutely hate it. Mine is, yeah, she'll fought over him. She's kind of that I believe, G-Man. I do in fact believe the power of that. Hell hath no wrath like a woman scorned, and I can confirm. Confirm. So now we're just kind of easy buttoning through it because we have the implants, so that's convenient. No escalations this time. Womp womp womp. Yeah, everyone freaks out about how dangerous Australia is, but there's nothing like that. Just don't put creatures near safe in Australia. Yeah, so we don't generally have a lot of dangerous spiders. We do have a few that have come up, you know, bucket transfer kind of thing. And then they've figured out how to burrow and live through the winter and then come back the next year and make babies and stuff. So there's a very tiny, it's pretty much just mosquito catchers like Granddaddy Longlegs. The polar bears, brown bears, grizzly bears, they'll all kill you. Black bears are way dangerous. There's several things in our waters that will try to kill you as well. We have salmon shark, killer whale off the shores, and then we have Some pretty nasty. Oh, we should swim. We have leeches. What else? I guess we don't have anything too bad out in the water. Just don't go in the water and get killed, obviously. YouTube channel with some outback guy and some aboriginals doing survival stuff. They watch some guy doing the same thing in polar regions. Great video. Yeah, I watched the Spectre Void. Hey, let's get you a shout out, buddy. You know, there was that show called Alone, and they were pretty much just out in Canada, which is just like right next door. And yeah, you know, not having enough fat in your system, buddy, and you'll turn into a skinny little. I mean, the thing is, man, is the reason they pull those people in for health reasons is because you will go into a stroke, cardiac arrest, all kinds of nasty stuff, and you could damage your brain and all your stuff inside you, all your guts for a super long time. So in that show Alone, they do a lot of those health checks. And so here in Alaska, when you're doing hiking or anything else, when you get lost, you need to have flares, and you got to have the, you know, the GPS with you and everything else, and drop bears and hoop snakes. I won't fall for that. Custard elephant. I know better. I know better about those. Yeah, I've watched Alone for a few different Australia, Denmark, and US. Yep, they have some really cool series. This is really cool stuff. And honestly, I find it an interesting show. There's a little bit of dramatization, which bothers me because I feel there's a tiny bit of push for script, but they have to have content, so I get it. It's kind of like a stream, right? You want it to feel and be natural. However, you do also need to pay attention to the fact that it is a television show and you got to entertain people. We actually, I'll be honest, we have in my family, we have a person in our family who knows a person or is from the village of the person who was in one of the Alone shows. He was actually a pilot, and yeah, we knew who that was. We're like, oh, hey, look who it is on the show. So yeah, good stuff. Australia's water is trying to kill you. Sharks, crocs, octopus, jellyfish, sea snakes, all sorts of murder creatures, but on the land, it's just a country that is trying to kill you. You know, I heard, I saw a statistic for Australia. The biggest thing that kills people on the roads. Shout out for StreamDRB, guys. Or sorry, StreamDRB. We said StreamDRB earlier. Sorry, StreamDRB. I saw you, brother. He popped in. Hey, StreamDRB, how's it going? I'm so sorry. I've been yakking. I've been, as my son would say, Unk's just been yapping. Let me do another shout out here real quick for my boy StreamDRB. Hope you're doing good, brother. Hope you're not working too hard. Gotta go. Okay, see you, G-Man. See you later, buddy. Yeah, so the biggest killer on the in the road system is actually horses. You'd think it was like, you know, marsupials or kangaroo or whatever. It's actually truly just horses. There's wild horses running everywhere, and people hit a lot of horses in Australia. And I saw a statistic that says, hey, don't run into horses, they kill you. But a lot of us have, and that's why the statistic is higher than anything else they've ran into, including each other, apparently. There's that. Shout out to StreamDRB and Autonomous Dawn. Got another shout out coming. 3 streamers in here. So good to see you. Spectre Void, you've always been so kind to me, and I appreciate it. StreamDRB, you've always been a voice of reason and calming, and I appreciate you, brother. And I just want to say to StreamDRB, thank you for taking care of Joe. I mean, I know in the beginning he needed a lot of help. I don't think he needs it anymore, and he's because he's just so... He's moving forward in leaps and bounds. I'm so proud of that guy, and thank you for being there for him, brother. That's great. Everybody needs a shoulder to lean on, and at one point you were for me as well. And I hope I've helped you as well, StreamDRB. You're an awesome guy. Autonomous Donk, welcome in. Another fellow Australian and another fellow, I say fellow Australian, a fellow streamer and another Australian. I'm not an Australian, so I can't say that, but I think, who is it? Punka or somebody is from Oz. I was just telling them about all the things in Alaska that can kill you. We talk about it often, but I like to talk about it more than often because people really do think that bears are the most dangerous thing here. And I'm not trying to downplay that. Bears are the premier thing you should be afraid of. But more than that is something you can't see, and that is usually those sneaky little grass wolverines. And when they're, like I said, where there's 1, there's 10 or 6 or however many there are. Nice, yeah. Oh, it's Custard, that's right. Found the YouTube channel I mentioned, Outback Boys. Video reaction to the Arctic Bushcraft. Cool. Yeah, Bushcraft is crazy. Bushcraft is definitely worth checking out. I will say that you got to really know what you're doing, you know? out here, or the landscape and the environment will make you dead. So you got to respect it, respect the land, and respect the temperature and weather out there, and just in general be someone who's mindful, you know, aware of your surroundings and how you're feeling and what's going on with your body and stuff, or you'll end up being meat. Yeah, roos aren't that big, so just damage the car. We have a huge population of wild horses and camels. Yep. Well, apparently wombats are basically mobile speed humps and will flip your car, though. The most camels in the world, I think. Wow. We export camels to the Middle East, apparently. Dang, okay. Well, here in a minute, Thomas Doc, I'm going to give you a shout out. I just gave 2 away, so it'll be just a minute until I can grab another one. I have this dream of going to Alaska. As a Swede, the nature is pretty much the same, but everything is so much bigger. Yeah. So, like, I grew up in Texas, and the deer here are bigger because they're called moose. The bass here are bigger because they're called salmon. I mean, just the salmon, just the fishing and hunting alone will captivate you and, you know, keep you pretty humble too. But anything upon anything, it's a really beautiful country, to be honest with you. Like, you should really definitely come check us out, man. Yeah, it's gorgeous here. There's mountains for days and days, and I think the longest drive I've taken is like 13 or 14 hours across the whole state. Pretty crazy. And there was still more state to go. If that tells you anything. Yeah, brown bears, moose, reindeer, deer, salmon, grayling, trout. Yeah, we have grayling and trout. We have all that. Yep. Brown bear, black bear, grizzly. We do have the very rare, but, you know, obviously a fleeting species of the polar bear. Kind of sad for those guys. Yeah, we've got a lot of room. Where we lack in other things, we have a ton of room about a lot of things. So we've got hot springs. We actually have natural hot springs. We have really tall mountains that people have been trying to climb for a super long time and try to be successful at that. One of our biggest killers here is plane crashes. We have a lot of plane crashes. The little tiny ones. We recently had a senator. She's an ex-senator now, but her husband was flying in one of the smaller airplanes and ended up passing away. We think that a recent report came out that said that his plane was overweight when he left, and it was also being dragged down by antlers that were mounted to the side of the body, and there was some sillier things, but the idea is that you got to be really careful out here as well. If you crash and survive, you're probably more than likely out in the middle of nowhere, so that's something you got to be really, really attentive of, making sure that you're being was it weather related? No. So he was going from one place to another, a major city to a smaller village, I think is what the story said, and it was just him in the airplane, but he had loaded it down with like cargo that was much heavier than it should have been. It was pretty much moose meat, because I mean, you can get 2 or 3 winters worth of moose meat out of a single moose, and depending on how big your family is, obviously. If you have a family of 5, it might last you 1 winter. But the idea is that you're going to get a winter of steaks and ground beef. And the ground beef is fantastic, especially if you mix it with the standard 80-20. Anyways, he also had, I guess, some antlers that were strapped to the side that were causing drag on one side. And it was throwing his instruments and stuff off. And unfortunately, that senator's husband did pass away in that accident. And so you never know, and you got to be careful. Weigh things down. Just be super careful. Those little planes aren't meant to do so much, and so we have to, obviously be conscious of all that. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It was very heartbreaking, to be honest. But then again, we have people from all over the world: Australia, Germany, and Japan, and a lot of other places, especially Japan, actually. That come here looking for the northern lights and the hot springs. I guess there's an understanding that if you attempt to, what's the word I'm looking for? Conceive a child in the hot springs under the northern lights, that it brings you luck. That's some type of Oriental belief. And so we have a lot of winter tourists from Japan, a lot of summer. We have a big tourist industry as well. And the Northern Lights are only twice a year anyway, so you gotta be conscious of that time frame as well. Yes. No offense to you, by the way. Just that's the belief. That's why they come here, and they rent like a private spot in the hot spring and attempt to conceive a child under the Northern Lights. I don't think the hot spring has anything to do with it specifically, but that's their belief, and it may work. And also, it's supposed to bring you a very healthy and crazy, super smart kid. So, yeah. Mashed potatoes, you are the king, dude. You making me smile. Yeah, come on, bud. Let's go. Come on, get on the plane. I'll walk you around. It's fine. We'll show you where they're at. Yeah, and you know what? It's a real thing, dude. It's a real thing. And then what's crazy is we see some of them come back with the baby and come visit. You know, it's pretty cool. Yeah, but let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about the Northern Lights. Like, I first saw it when I first got here in October. I landed the very first day. I landed in Alaska, and the very first day I was here, it was October 31st, I believe, all those years ago, 16, 17 years ago. And I saw Northern Lights, and I was literally in shock. I stood there for about half an hour with my jaw open. It was wild. I mean, you really just have to experience it. It is a truly breathtaking thing. And I think as Huron, you live, yeah, in a place where they also have them as well, I think. Yeah, no, I know you're just joking. I know you're just joking. Brother, you're fine. You're totally cool. You're good. You guys are all pretty funny. I appreciate it. I will say this, man. There is just something about a completely... And I don't know if you've ever experienced this ever in your life. And I don't mean sitting in your room with the lights off and nothing running, with your headphones on or your noise canceling, whatever, buds, pops, ear bops, whatever. What are these? These are Pixel Buds, with your buds. I don't mean that kind of quiet, okay? This is a different kind of quiet. And I'm going to try to explain it to you the best I can. There's so much noise deafening snow all around you. And there's barely wind whipping over the top of the sky there, and all you can see is the Northern Lights, and it is more quiet. There's not anything. The leaves aren't even rustling. There's zero sound in every direction, and it's flat black all the way around you, and all you have is on your face is the glow from the Northern Lights, and it's that calming, like eerie but calming silence, and there's just nothing like it. There's nothing like it. Yeah, it's so quiet, like your thoughts get loud, and you're like, "Well, I need to calm down." Yeah, I would just say, yeah, there's just nothing like it. You would have to come here and experience it, or go to a place like, I mean, Norway and Russia. Those guys, I think, also have Northern Lights as well. Iceland, Greenland, whatever you have available to you, go check it out. It's really like it's this crazy, beautiful, deafening, and it's kind of calming, to be honest. Like, gives you time to really think, you know, and just, you don't really want to, though. You just kind of want to take a breath and just listen to the nothing. It's so hard to explain, but I hope I did an okay enough job explaining that. The snow absorbs every like tickle of audio from miles around, and it's just, yeah, it's a treat. It's a treat. For sure. All right. So last one in this area. This has been really nice. There's not been too many people over here, and this was another detected right here. I'm gonna do this one really quick. Yeah, I love this level of folks in my stream. Like, there's not too many, but there's not too little, and it's just chill. It's super mega chill. You're not, there's not a lot of pressure. You're not doing much. You're just chilling. And I love this style of stream. I really do. Not much going on. All right, and we're moving on. Yes. Yes, I like it. Conversational. I love this kind of, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the sweet spot. Yeah, let's not jinx it, but drones is super quiet right now. I'm making lots of ISK. Nice. Sometimes you have more buzzards than systems. That's true. You can actually be semi-personal with responses back to the viewers and chat as well. I appreciate the interactions. I am normally up hours before those. See, that's great, and I appreciate you saying that, Moff. I would say it's like 50-50. You really have to play the game and give your chat attention. But if I were to weigh them, I would say your chat having their level of attention is where it's at. So yeah. Risty, welcome in. You didn't say anything, brother. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Carolina Aya snuck in here too, and so did Bernard. Macca's is in here. What's up, Macca's? Mashed taters. Spectre's up in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Chelsea Fang. Busy, Risty. What's up, Risty? I'm gonna give you a shout out, buddy, okay? Bloop, bloop, bloop. Risty. But Risty came in here in my last stream and just absolutely made my dreams come true. 1627 and dropped a 40 pack on me, and then oh man, sorry. And then during my CCP stream last, he came in and snuck in a 20 pack at the beginning of my stream last time. Absolutely making my dreams come true, Risty. I appreciate you, brother. If you can hear me, if you're paying attention, thank you for everything, honestly. 27. There we go. Please go and follow my other buddy, Mr. Risty 1627. Love you long time, bud. Yeah, so we're working on our coffee goal. We're working on our 10 subs goal for the week, or for the stream. Out of that 2,800 I need for that 40 or that 5090, we have 500 done. So we're looking for the other 2,300 through that coffee system, and it may take 6 months to a year to even get there. But when it does, I will wave it proudly and be like, "Look what chat helped me buy. It was amazing. Thank you. We love you." Anyways, I hope you guys learned something from the channel. The whole idea for me doing all the exploration stuff and teaching all this stuff is that I hope that you guys pick up some things. Oh boy. Trust me, totally can. My case is the case I bought. Actually, I'll tell you the story. It was kind of an accident. So I had all these cases, right, all picked out, and they were all on Amazon in a row. And I was comparing them with Newegg and Amazon and Best Buy and stuff like that. See if I can get it locally. When you're in a place that's so remote as mine, you kind of have to be like really picky about how you select things. And I had a bunch picked out, and then I went to I out of like 6, I picked out one, and I clicked it. I unselected everything, and then I clicked it, and I hit checkout. And I was like, wow, this is a little bit high. It's probably just because it comes with, you know, speedy. I have Prime, but maybe they added some for a little bit of shipping because it's a big item. It's coming all the way to Alaska. We finally have an Amazon hub here in town. It has all the trucks and everything nearby. And so this may or may not be a trap, actually. So anyways, I thought, man, that's like 50 or 60 bucks higher than, you know, I had planned for it to be. What the heck's going on? So I went ahead and pushed through it, and then I hit checkout, and then I hit buy now, and it placed the order. So I'm flipping through my orders, and I'm like, sweet, I can wait till Saturday and get this new rig, this new case for my new rig. So, because I've been building computers since I was like 8. Like, we had a Packard Bell we had to work on, and I was helping, you know, Dad and my grandfather work on the Packard Bell. Like, we had some serious, you know, I've been doing this a super long time. So anyways, I'm sitting there, and I get the case that I had picked out, and I was sitting there looking at it. It came in from Amazon, and I was looking at it. I was like, man, this case is all right, but I wonder if it can fit that big of a graphics card in there. And a couple days later, another case came in. I was like, what is this? I mean, it looks familiar, but what is this? This is weird. And I'm like, I didn't order 2 cases. So I called Amazon, and the lady was on, I had the lady on the phone on, you know, the call to Amazon, and it was on a hold while I was waiting for someone to answer it. And I pulled up my Amazon. The side grinder can definitely allow it to fit. Well, yeah. Anyways, looking at my Amazon order, and it was kind of like, it looks like you ordered both cases, and I paid for both cases. But there was some kind of discount on one of them, and the other one kind of snuck its way in there, and I didn't know that. Basically what it was I had 2 of them checked, and I bought them both on accident, right? Didn't know that. So I got both the cases, and then my fears were subsided when I realized that the second case that came in was the bigger of all 4 of them. Hey, Caroline, welcome in. Hey, what's up, Switchy? Hey, Caroline, how's it going? So, I get the second one. Like I said, I'm on the phone with her. I discover that actually, I ordered 2 of them. And so instead, I had her on the phone, and I decided, I was like, actually, you know what? I don't need any help. Thanks. And I hung up. And I thought, I'll just keep them both. So I'll build one to sell, and then I'll build my other gaming rig with it. So I actually have a pretty large case. I'm very excited with, very happy with, and very excited to use, because it will be big enough to hold the 49 or the 5090 in this case. I also am switching motherboards because I want that Gen 5 feel. Yeah, because the Gen 3 to Gen 4 wasn't that big of a climb, but the Gen 5 is a huge difference. Huge difference. It's like 200% different. Great. All right. Maybe not that much, but anyway. Yes, mission failed successfully. Correct. Mission success and failed. Drifting away from me, buddy. What's going on? There's another person in here with us now. Fantastic. I'm not going to pull my drones on purpose. Helios. Armor citizen. Proteus. Armor citizens and a Proteus. And they're all gone now. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna push up. And I'm gonna push across. Okay. System got kind of busy there for a second. Hey, submission. Yes, exactly. Mr. J Bell Song, it's so good to see you in the Discord. You're in there talking to me all the time, and I appreciate it. So it's really good to see you. Let's see here. So yeah, what I'd like to do is so right now I've got a i7 12900K, sorry, i7 12700K. It's a Deca core, 10 core. And I've got a little Gen 4 motherboard. That's the LGA, you know, it's LJ 1700. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm so glad you were able to learn, and it makes me happy that you were able to go out there and make some serious cash on this. That's a good deal. That's cool. Very, very cool. All right. No, we don't want to go to that one. We want to go to that one. So, so we're going to change the motherboard to a Gen 5 so that we can use a Gen 5 NVMe, and we're going to use the 7200 MTS RAM. You don't want to get up to that 8000, 8500 because there's some instabilities they're still working out. The motherboard and the maker of the RAM that I'm selecting have guaranteed that nice high 7200 MTS speeds without sacrificing possible instabilities. Also, the Gen 5 PCIe Gen 5 is also a huge feature of that motherboard, so we're working to get that one. We're going to start out with 24 gigs of RAM, and then on the next check upgrade to a higher amount. Did he catch me? Let's see. Did he? Maybe so. Good job. He got me. Beautiful. So anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to run Gen 5 PCIe. We're going to run Gen 5 RAM. We're going to run basically Gen 5 everything with those higher speeds. Oh, it's no big deal. They do this all the time. That's what they do, is they hunt in this area because they know that we're here. And that way, so from Gen 4 to Gen 5, it was like a 5%, 10% bump. From Gen 4 to Gen 5 was a huge bump in speed. So really very different than normal. And what we're trying to do is the best we can to get a future-proof machine out in the next couple of years, because what I'd like to do next is upgrade my camera one more time. I'd like to upgrade my right now I'm still using the old USB mic. I really need to move on to the XLR system. You guys want to be able to hear me a lot better than this. I can do on sound, I can do a lot better than this. I really like Erst's mic, but I don't know what it is. I don't think I've ever asked him either. He actually landed wrong, and I had a long time to warp off, but for some reason my ship was still spinning and I canceled it. So I could have gotten away, but I didn't in this case. He probably just wants to run all the rest of these himself, and that's why he's doing that. It's totally fine with me. Let's see if we can get back to W9, and then we'll make our way back. We'll just grab another anathema and keep pumping out. So I'll have to just record this set 13-49. Road pod, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I have that in my Amazon. I have the Rode pod mic in my Amazon box right now, if you will. Let's see. Podcaster. I have Rode Podcaster. Broadcast. It's $239. It's a great entry level. I think, and I've heard different things, but I've actually used this mic at one of the TwitchCons, and I think I'm going to go after the SMB7. I think that's going to be my next. I don't need to amp it, but I'm going to. I have a Focusrite here, a Scarlett Solo Focusrite, and I think that's going to be fine. I want to get a cloud lifter as well. That'd be great. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the full SMB7 and the cloud lifter and use the Scarlett as well. So the cloud lifter goes in between the mic and the actual amp itself. The amp runs to the system, and then, you know, Bob's your uncle. You've got it. So, anyways, I am basically an inline amp, yeah. So I'm going to go from there to the Scarlett. From the Scarlett, I can run, you know, audio tuning and stuff from there, and then feed that back into the machine, into my machine, and then hopefully you guys will be able to hear me a ton better. And all the levels of my voice will be picked up instead of just the bass side or the treble side. And it'll just be a higher quality audio for you guys. And I think that that's being able to talk to you guys, and you being able to hear me is a huge deal. It's a very huge deal. Since talking to you guys is so much higher in a percentage and importance and priority than what I'm doing, or, you know, what we're doing in the game, I think that it's worth money to be spent. So, you know, I have this huge system I need to purchase, and then we also have the mic and the cloud lifter and everything we need to purchase as well. Yeah, so I already have the Scarlett sitting on my desk, actually. So I already have that piece of it. I was thinking about getting a hard mixer, and I was going to talk to one of my buddies, Oaf, about that. He's really into the whole audio. He's really audio centric, and I think it's important that all the knowledge he's gained from it, I get that knowledge too, so that I think he ended up buying a mixer that was a preamp for audio, and it didn't really work out. Because the company shut down right after he purchased the device. So probably not the best thing. But anyway, so yeah, I only buy it if the Scarlett's amp isn't good enough. Right, so the cloud lifter does more than that. Hold on just a second. Yeah, so it cleans it a little bit. So the cloud lifter's CLZI mic activator, up to plus 25 dB of clean audio gain, making any home recording setup more professional, which is flippin' huge. Compatible with dynamic ribbon tube, battery, or power supply driven microphone. Uses a 48 volt phantom power, but does not pass power to the mic, making it safe for ribbon mics. Just a fantastic item to have in your repertoire, and I think that, you know, even if I wasn't going to buy it, I'm going to buy it anyway. Dynamic microphones. I think a lot of us use tube microphones in the industry. Let me see here. Golden Age, Lewitt, Manley, Mojave, McTech, Sennheiser, and Shure. So the dynamic, so the Shure SM7B, excuse me, I've been saying that wrong this whole time, is a dynamic microphone, and people do take the cloud lifter CLZI and stick it in between. It's just man, it's just so much better. As a matter of fact, this very mic right here that I'm speaking on right now is just a Blue Yeti, and I like it. I like it for what it is. You want it, yes? So yeah, but you may not need it. Even this mic, like if you go look at the cloud lifter on left and right, if you look at the pictures of it, it actually has a USB in and out for lifting the dynamic audio from USB. I could even use it on this mic, for instance. Like, I would love to just, you know, I mean, it's going to help no matter what, and it's going to clean up your audio, especially with that phantom power. Yes, I do want it. That is correct. I do want it. And, you know, I think we have a couple for sale here locally. I could just grab one. It's not a big deal. But no, I would like to understand XLR better, so that when I do get those items, you know, it's kind of a no-brainer kind of thing, and I'm just going to jump right into it. So MB is renowned for being hard to drive. The road isn't as hard. Hard to drive. Interesting. The Shure SM7B is known for being a hard-to-drive microphone, meaning it requires a significant amount of gain from your audio interface or preamp to reach a suitable recording level. This is due to its low sensitivity and dynamic nature. Hard-to-drive, low-sensitivity microphones typically have lower sensitivity than condenser microphones. This means that they need more amplification to gain to produce a strong enough signal for recording. The dynamic capsule design contributes to its low output level compared to condenser mics. Gain requirements to compensate for low sensitivity. You'll need to turn up the gain on your audio interface to preamp significantly. Okay. Noise. Increasing gain also amplifies the noise. This hum or audio from interface. Limited headroom. Reaching the maximum gain setting on your interface can limit headroom, making it more likely to clip. Muddy sound. Signal is too weak to begin with. It can be difficult to achieve clear, full sounding recording even with EQ and processing. Solutions for driving the SM7B. High quality preamp. Invest in an audio interface or external preamp with a strong, clean preamplifier designed to handle low sensitivity microphones. Inline preamp booster. Consider using a cloud lifter or FET head. Let's see, which are inline preamps to provide a clean gain boost before the signal reaches your interface. Room treatment. Improve your recording environment to reduce background noise, which could make it easier to achieve a good recording level with excessive gain. I see. That's completely viable as well. Like, that's 100% viable. So let's go to this one and see if it's still available. If it is, it will be in good shape. Cool. Proper mic technique. Get close to the microphone a few inches and maintain a consistent distance to maximize proximity effect and reduce the need for extreme gain settings. Use short, high-quality XLR cables to minimize signal loss. Wow, wow, wow. So, I mean, there's a lot to it. Wow. Phantom power, just in case. But yeah, if you want to get it, even paid extra for phantom power, just in case. Yeah. No, man, that's all. Those are all really good. I appreciate that. Appreciate you saying that. That might make me selecting something else. I don't know. Get that proximity effect so you sound like a radio guy. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I got it. Get it. Good. I got it. All right, let's go here. Let's go there instead. %. Okay, so we got killed again. No big deal. We get killed a lot out in Drone Land. They don't want us to have our stuff, so that's fine. I had time to warp out, but for some reason, at the last minute, I controlled spacebar, and I don't know why I did that. And then I tried to realign, and my ship wasn't moving. So I don't know. That was totally my mistake. I just got to learn from it and make sure I stay on the button. I saw him warp in too, so did see the warp in, which is pretty crazy. Hopefully not too much dropped. The Zoog didn't drop. Thank goodness for that, hey. Good news. He didn't get nothing. It's the best news I've heard all night. Yeah, I'll definitely look into that for sure. Give me just a second, guys, and we'll go ahead and continue talking here in just a second. Let's see. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Was Academy of Russian Federation... I don't think they live there, but they scan a lot. They probably wanted the site for himself. That's fine. I mean, we get killed all the time. These are, you know, kills I'm not really worried that much about. Club Lips isn't expensive, but saving a few bucks here and there means you have it for some other... Yeah, that's true. A broadcast quality interface or mixer, such as Go XLR, Elgato Wave XLR with a booster, Rodecast Pro 2, Universal Audio Apollo Solid State Logistics SSL2. You're willing to add a cloud lifter or similar preamp. Your environment is treated or quiet. You want warm, intimate, professional sound with an excellent off-axis rejection. It doesn't pick up a lot of room noise. Huge plus for untreated room. Might not be best for you if you don't already have a powerful audio interface. What else? You don't want to buy an inline preamp. Okay. You don't want a plug and play option without much setup. Okay. Alternative microphones. Shure MV7 dynamic USB XLR. Easier to drive. Cheaper than... Still sounds great. Elgato Wave DX. Cheaper SMB alternative made for streaming. Pairs well with a Wave XLR. Rode Pod mic. That's what we were talking about over there, buddy. Great for the price, needs some gain, but not as much as the SM7B. Electro Voice RE20, another broadcast legend, also needs gain, slightly more forgiving tone. Designed for streaming. Let's see, the Beacon mic, and there's also a Blue Sona. If you already have a plan to get a powerful interface, a Cloud Lifter Fethead Dynamite, on a top tier broadcast rig. But if you're streaming in a bedroom setup, you don't want to mess with gain staging and just want something simple, great sounding out of the box. But if you're streaming in a bedroom setup, I see. I'm kind of in a third bedroom in the house. You don't want to mess with gain staging and just want something simple and great sounding out of the box. Consider the Shure MV7 Elgato Wave EX or the Rode Pod mic USB if you want to plug and play simplicity with strong results. So I want to... Okay, so the quality of the mic is important to me. I love this mic. I love how it sounds. I love how it lets me hear myself immediately. It's a great looper. It's also USB, okay? And I want to get away from USB and I want to go into XLR. And in reference and losing them, these kinds of things. Oh, I'm not, guys, I buy Zugmas like it's going out of style and I'm not worried about it absolutely at all. Not at all. Scarlett should drive most mics. And then if you get the SM7B, grab a cloud lifter just to be safe. Pod mic I have came out before the USB one's available. Oh, I see. So I'm pushing into the XLR world. I want to get more professional with my setup and I want to make sure I have the best quality for you guys. So you can hear my voice at high quality. I think it's a super cool idea. So yeah. Yeah, so my point is they aren't cheap. Yeah, I know. I want that quality to be there. I think that Erst has got the right idea about his mic. Who else has a good mic? I think Crash has a pretty good mic. The new one is USB and XLR, so you can buy one mic, and when you get an interface, you don't have to buy another mic. Nice. Nice. Almost home, ladies and jelly spoons. I hope you guys have been doing good so far tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's been an amazing stream so far. Oh, yeah, I don't really care. It's Custard. Yeah. Yeah, you know, Custard Elephant, I used to care a ton about losing ships, and I would get super mad, and I just don't anymore. I'm playing a couple of other games with friends right now, and in my mind, it has put a lot less importance on how much money I'm making versus how many people I'm teaching. I don't really care about money I'm making. These ships are disposable. I'll get 10,000 of them and put them all together. Not that many. That's an exaggeration, but I'll put a bunch of these ships together and I'll just keep cranking them out. And if they die, oh well, as long as you guys are watching what I'm doing and learning from it and then seeing if it's possible. Every time I get close to getting an escalation, somebody's going to come in and blow me up, and that is okay. That's totally fine. I know these ships are killable. They're easy to kill, and they're going to get killed. That's fine. It makes me, I'll be honest, it makes me want to drive my Astero into that place instead of the badass anathema. I want to come in with drones myself, and then be able to thank you for watching my channel, lurking or no. Thank you, Flash Gordon. Yeah, ships is like ammo. Yeah, ships are ammo. So I'm not like not at all worried about anything, to be honest, guys. Listen, I'm getting to the point where I truly cannot handle. I don't think I can handle another hour, to be honest with you. My main hasn't lost a ship yet. I have lost ships on my alt, but on my main. Well, that's pretty crazy. Nice. This is what I was thinking about the Astero. Just wins rock, paper, scissors. Yeah. So that's, I think it's what I'm going to do next, actually, Mashed, is I'm going to go and just run the Astero. And if they want to play games, they're going to have to bring something bigger than my ship with more drones than I have and that can tank it all. I'll show you my peanut butter and jelly real quick if you want to see it. If you guys want to see the FanFest, this crazy FanFest skin and the jelly and all that, I'll show you a cool ship. Yeah, me too, Custard. I was thinking a Proteus or a Cloaky Loke. Yeah, Cloak Loke. Let me just show you the biz real quick, guys. This is what I normally fly in, and it's got peanut butter and jelly and neon on it too. So this is, oh, I need to clean that bad girl. Hold on, just 1 second. I don't like doing this, but for you guys, I want you to see the beautiful pristineness of her. Now, this is my peanut butter and jelly FF ship. So, hold on 1 second. Min Cruiser, nice. Our missions where you fly your ship into a station to blow. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I started playing in 07, I think was my first year. Okay. So, I'm gonna warp somewhere. I want you guys to watch this. So, down here, it says YC127. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's actually neon. And then on the back of the ship, there's this stuff that Timbre calls jelly. Anyways, he gave this to me as a gift, and I'm very grateful. I want to show you when I warp this thing out. It's pretty gorgeous. Yeah, and it's also got all blue mods on it so that we can fight in space, and I've got some drones back in the ship. Watch this. Boo, 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 boo. And there's the jelly coming off of it. This is my Astero. And then watch, when we slow down, the 721 CY will turn off one at a time. And there's it off, there's off, there's off. Yeah, good, cool. So yeah, cool little neon effect there. And we'll show it to you one more time here. Beautiful. Nice. Looking for abyssals. Okay, cool. Anyway, that's the old jelly ship. This thing can survive stuff like that, and I might just take this out and go do that. That'd be fine. Yep, Nixie tube, yeah. I've got some Nixie tubes, some real 1965 Nixie tubes running around here somewhere. I was going to build a Nixie clock with them. They're like really, really old school, and I love the look. Okay, guys, that's going to beat it for me. Let me go ahead and say the last little bit here. Let's go ahead and raid out really fast. Oh, CCP is holding... Oh, man, we got to raid CCP. It's Timbre. So we're going to do that. Okay, guys, listen. I hope the road rises up to meet you. I hope the sun is always upon your face and the wind is always upon your back. Because you wouldn't want the wind in your eyes, right? I hope the rains fall softly upon your fields. I hope your prop mods always stay on full. Please fly safe, be good to each other. Until we meet again, I hope the world holds you tightly and closely in the palm of her hand. I hope to see you tomorrow night on my CCP stream over at CCP's channel. Same bad time, same bad place. 0900 UTC Eve time. Love you long time. Let's raid, and we'll see you on the flip. Bye-bye, guys. Especially for ping, that's right. Love you guys so much. Bye.
we run out of time. Okay, locked. Let's pick a draw. Tommy Gun 206. And what are we going to give you? We're going to give you the better kit. Hey, Switch It. How you going, mate? Tommy Gun 206. It does look like a stapler.